Saturday afternoon baseball is coming your way from PNC Park. The Pirates taking on the Cincinnati Reds here in Game 2. And the old adage in baseball, it's a marathon. Both teams have led the NL Central at some point this season. And right now the Reds are on top. The Pirates will try to make it 2 in a row against them here today. And we welcome you into the booth. Joe Block and Neil Walker with you. Hannah Mears down on the field. And for the Pirates last night, banging out 4 home runs, 2 of them hit by Henry Davis. And of course we know what he's been able to do behind the plate helping the Pirates, but now at the plate last night.
Well, we know he can hit. We just haven't quite seen it. Maybe last night was his coming out party. Best game of the season for him. He has a walk in the early going and then this towering home run to dead center field in the second at bat. And then later in the game hits a 2-run home run down the left field line. As you said, we know what he provides behind the plate. These pitchers love throwing to him. He does a great job controlling the running game. But boy, if you could get this bat to come alive, especially if he's hitting in that 9-hole, that's a really good sign for this Pirates offense.
Yeah, he had 2 home runs against Shohei Ohtani in Anaheim 3 years ago, his second career multi-home run game. And the Pirates getting some more reinforcements today as Jared Triolo is activated from the injured list. And so it's going to be good to have his glove back in the lineup too.
Yeah, very much so. It'll be really interesting to see how he's deployed back in. Obviously, Nick York goes down. Nick Gonzalez is really hot. And so we know that he can play some terrific defense and he handles left-handed pitching very well. So he might end up being in a similar role, at least to start, as Nick York was in, with pinch hitting roles late in the game or defensive placement roles in the game and hitting against left-handed pitchers at some point.
And you're probably not going to take Nick Gonzalez out of the lineup the way that he has been hitting. The Pirates' third baseman today has been one of the best hitters in baseball the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's been on fire. I mean, doing it, hitting the ball all over the yard. He doesn't have a home run yet on the season, but you feel like that's coming. Almost had a game-winning home run a couple nights ago on this swing right here. But Nick has been on fire, playing good defense, and been a real spark plug, hitting 50s last couple days and driving in a lot of runs, doing well with hitting runners in scoring position and runners on base.
Now, he's among the batting average leaders now throughout baseball. Nick Gonzalez in his last 12 games with an OPS over 1,000. And he's back in there today for the Pirates, taking on the first-place Reds. 4 homers last night. Can the Bucks bats keep it going here this afternoon? We'll find out next right here on Sportsnet Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh Pirates.
Pirates baseball on SMP is presented by Highmark, the official health plan of the Pirates. Because life. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. By your Western PA Chevy dealers. Chevrolet, the best-selling brand in Pittsburgh. And by Levin Furniture and Mattress, Pittsburgh's #1 furniture and mattress store. The t-shirt giveaway here Saturday afternoon. Chilly day here in Western Pennsylvania with a hot bat behind the plate. Right there, Henry Davis starting for the 3rd straight time. Why not?
His battery mate's going to be Carmen Mlodzinski today, coming off a tough one in Milwaukee. But he's been pretty good so far this year.
And for Cincinnati, they are 30th in batting average. It's T.J. Friedel atop the order. J.J. Bleday from Titusville. Then Ellie De La Cruz. Sal Stewart tied for the RBI lead in baseball. Nathaniel Lowe. And then it's Spencer Steer. Will Benson will bat 7th. Stevenson doing the catching. Key Brian Hayes bats 9th for Cincinnati.
And the Car Shield numbers for Carmen. His 7th game, 6th start. He's 1-2 with a 4.13 ERA, 28 1/3 innings, just over a strikeout an inning, and 0 home runs allowed. Let's hope that continues this afternoon.
It's been 75 innings dating back to July of last year. He's kept the ball in the ballpark. Many of those relief appearances. A lot of balls put in play against Mlodzinski. The Levin Furniture and Mattress defense. It's Reynolds, Cruz, and O'Hearn left to right in the outfield. Gonzalez red hot at the plate. Griffin and Lau in the middle. And Horwitz at first base. Henry Davis does the catching. Brendan Lau and Nathaniel Lowe, no relation, but ex-teammates. Mlodzinski last couple of times around, opponents got to him, but has still been one of the better pitchers in baseball over some time now, really since adopting that split finger fastball, which I'm sure we'll see a good bit today.
Yeah, And there's one right there. The Reds have 5 left-handed hitters in the lineup, and as you said, that split plays very well, particularly against the left-handed batters, as you see it tumbling away from the lefties. Friedel had a nice day yesterday. One of the few Reds batters that had a positive offensive day.
That split dives away again. And Friedel, a fine hitter, but off to a slow start. Look at that. Lefties and righties had that one game where he had an opener in front of him. Trying to take care of a few lefties, start the order. This lefty pops it up. There's Connor Griffin.
Oh, right on cue, Joe. 4 pitches in, already 3 split fingers thrown. We saw Mitch Keller last night really fill up the strike zone with fastballs, the 4-seam, 2-seam, and cutter. It will be interesting to see, as you see Mitch right there enjoying his day after start after a terrific one. We'll keep an eye on how Carmen wants to attack these Reds hitters. Similar lineup to yesterday. Similar fastball usage as Mitch, but does have that split.
See how they pitch these Reds. Pointed out that they have the lowest batting average, but they got some guys that can hit the ball out of the ballpark, and that's something that Majinski's been, as you pointed out, so good at limiting. So I wonder what gives today. Terry Francona, manager of the Reds, longtime successful and respected manager throughout baseball. Western PA native with Freddie Benavides. And here a walk to Bleday. And one of the guys that can hit the ball out of the ballpark, the team leader, is coming up. Ellie De La Cruz. His Xfinity numbers.
Well, this is the part of that Reds lineup, Joe, that you really want to do a good job of. They did a terrific job in yesterday's game limiting De La Cruz and Sal Stewart. Not unlike a lot of lineups, you got to navigate that 3-4 spot a lot of times. But these guys, over the course of their last 2 weeks of games, have really done a lot of damage.
So some fastballs in, and ahead 2 strikes. Majinski, good career numbers against the Red Star. First career hit against him. And Bleday is able to take third, and late hold on the double by Ellie De La Cruz, and the Reds in business here in the first inning.
Now this one just sneaks past. Wasn't a terrible pitch either. Just sneaks past Spencer Horwitz over there at first base, and it's not hit very hard. Doesn't hardly get 3/4 of the way into the outfield. Almost allowed J.J. Bleday to score from first base. As you see this ball kind of slow down before it hits that side warning track.
And so second and third with 1 out. Sal Stewart, 29 RBIs, tied for the most in baseball at this stage. Came up just at the tail end of last year and has really hit a ton. Not afraid to challenge him. And Stewart, 22 years old, talking with Connor Griffin. Just turned 20 for the game's young stars.
Oh, that's a big strikeout right there from Carmen. Pirates were giving up a run with the infield back. That's always huge with 1 out, especially if you can get a swinging strikeout.
Look on our AHN Supermo, and the bottom just drops out. So a big strikeout. Nathaniel Lowe. Been really good against righty pitchers. That ball's hit well toward the big part of this park. And two are going to score on that.
Well, it looked like a little bit of miscommunication out there in left field between Brian Reynolds and O'Neill Cruz. As you see, Brian Reynolds is playing deep and a little bit more toward that line. I got to assume that O'Neill Cruz may have called him off going toward this baseball. Yeah, you can see his face right there saying, I got it. And you're always giving way. If you're a left or right fielder, you're giving way to that center fielder if he thinks he's got a chance at it. You have to let him go after it. He's got precedence, just as a shortstop does in the infield. Really unfortunate right there.
And it looked like it could be within the grasp of Reynolds, although it was hit so well right up against the wall. You never know if a catch was going to be made. But yeah, the left fielder and right fielder, if the center fielder calls him off, he rules the roost. And so it's 2-0 Cincinnati. And we saw on Sunday in Majinski's last start in Milwaukee in the 4th inning, there was a catcher's interference where the catcher's glove hits the batter's swing, and then the inning unraveled. It was going to be a 1-run inning, and before the end of that, he came out of the game. But here the ballpark holds it on the drive by Steer, but the Reds claimed the first 2 runs of the game.
The windows and doors of Pittsburgh.
Tony Beasley coaches the outfielders and helping out O'Neill Cruz learn the finer points of the position, when to call off the corners and when not to. And Cruz stating his case, telling him what he saw out there in center field. Donnie Kelly's 9 today, same as yesterday. Is they had the 4 home runs. Cruz will start it off, then Lau, and then Reynolds. Hit a long home run last night. O'Hearn will clean up. Gonzalez red hot again at the plate. Ozuna homered last night too. Horwitz, Griffin, and then Henry Davis, who hit a pair out in the Pirates win yesterday.
Rhett Lauder is going to be on the mound for the Reds. His 7th start. He's 3-1 with a 3.18. 34 innings, only 30 hits given up, and 1 home run allowed. Highly touted prospect for these Reds. He's done a nice job so far this season limiting damage. Doesn't throw real hard. 91, 92, maybe 93 at times, but very much mixes and matches his pitches.
Yeah, on the 20 to 80 scout scale, if you ranked his fastball, maybe a 40.
Right.
Hair 80.
Very much so.
I mean, look at that.
Impressive.
But that's just velocity. As we know, some guys throw close to 100 and it gets squared up somehow, and then some guys are throwing in the low 90s and it evades bats.
He throws a lot of strikes with with his fastball, 4-seam, 2-seam sinker, and has done a better job against left-handers than right-handers so far this season.
That's a 2-1 changeup he's able to place in there to Cruz. Ellie De La Cruz tried for it, but O'Neill Cruz with a base hit to start. That was smashed. I was surprised that he could even get to it.
I thought this was easily going to be a base hit up the middle, and if he catches this, it's a chance he's got a shot at O'Neill Cruz at first base if he gets rid of it quickly. See how far he ranged over to the right side of the infield for this one. Nonetheless, a really good start for the Pirates right here. Let's see if they can get something going and answer back after that 2-run top of the first.
Cruz with 10 stolen bases. Brandon Lau, one of the best hitters in baseball against righties this year. earlier on the homestand, homered off a lefty. 8 home runs. There's a balk.
Well, that's like a steal.
Can't do that with a man on base.
No, sir, you can't. His back foot actually slipped. If you saw that, must have thrown off his front foot landing properly. We'll take it.
But just like that, a man in scoring position for Lau. We didn't see Lauder last year at all in the major leagues, try to make his way back from injury. So just that 24 season when he was partially up with the Reds, which was his first professional season all the way to the big leagues. Lau, base hit. Cruz going to be waved home, and Brandon Lau knocks him in, and the Pirates have an immediate answer in the first.
Well, Brandon Lau, probably the director or president of the Quabs, and he's trying to get this runner over to third at very minimum. And as he so smartly does, just decides, I'm going to drop this into center field. We got one of the fastest guys on the planet. He's going to score easily. Nice answer.
I love that. He's done that all year.
He really has.
And trying to just move the runner over, just the right thing to do in baseball. He's rewarded with the hit.
It's karma. Baseball, karma. And Brandon Lau, officially the president of the Quab organization.
There you go. He's just named today by Neil Walker. There it is. Quality at bats. Reynolds has had some quality at bats. Two doubles in the game on Thursday. 2 more extra base hits last night. And Lau able to get that RBI because Cruz advancing to second. Balks will haunt. Now 3-0. Still nobody out in this Pirates first inning.
Let's see if Brian gets the green light. He's been swinging a hot bat.
Didn't like it. Willie Trainer says strike.
And set up away. He just barely nips that part of the zone.
That's not a 3-0 pitch to swing at anyway.
Nope.
See if he gets something meteor. Nothing there. First 3 Pirates have reached. And Cincinnati defensively today. Bledays in left. It's Friedel in center. Will Benson is in right. Hayes, De La Cruz, Stewart, and Steer around the horn, and Tyler Stevenson assigned to catching duties. And he's already to the mound. Derek Johnson, pitching coach, will come out for a confab. Now the Reds were able to get a couple of runs in the top half, and Pirates score first more than any other team in baseball. But they hadn't had a chance to hit yet, so they might end up with a lead by the end of this inning.
Well, we can hope.
Still nobody out. Brett Lauder, 24 years old. Ryan O'Hearn at 310. And good knocking in runs.
Well, Lauder has done a nice job in his 6 starts, limiting the damage. Only once has he given up more than 4 runs. Or actually, that was 4 earned. 5 runs given up against Miami.
O'Hearn, fair ball. Lau's going to get waved home. He'll score. Reynolds to third, RBI double, Ryan O'Hearn, and the Pirates tie the game at 2. There's still nobody out in the first.
Oh, we do. I think we do have a carryover from last night, Joe. These boys were swinging hot bats, and they have continued. Look at this slider that just kind of creeps back in the middle of the plate, right into a spot the lefty likes it. And O'Hearn makes him pay.
Everybody hoisting it. Now you got the hottest hitter around right now.
And the infield is going to give up another run if the ball's put on the play anywhere but the pitcher in first base. Nick Gonzalez has done a nice job in these situations so far this season, using the big part of the field usually, not trying to get too big. That's one of the reasons why we've seen him down in this 5th spot. He's mostly been 6th, 7th most of the year. Bingo.
I'll get a run in. Pirates have the lead.
Another quality at bat for the boys. I love this one right here.
Let's take a look at our Penn West University stat of the day. Ozuna homered last night, so that brings us to bring up that this year's Pirates team home runs per game is ahead of any of their paces. So right now, if they keep this up, that they'll have more home runs than any other Pirates team ever. So the Reds play the infield up. Ozuna hit one out, his 3rd. What's he trying to do here?
He's trying to get something up in the zone. Lauder doesn't make many mistakes up in the zone. He's made a few in the middle of the plate so far this inning, but get something up. Bingo.
Another hit. Ozuna knocks in O'Hearn. And he's got a double, and the Pirates with a 4-run first and counting. 106 off the bat. What if he starts heating up again?
Yeah, Lauder wanted this one much further in to possibly induce a ground ball to the left side, and Ozuna's ready for it, pulls his hands in. And has a nice walk-in double and an RBI.
Everyone that's batted has done something positive in this first inning for the Pirates. The one out even brought in a run. And the number 7 hitting Horwitz comes up. They give up 2. They score 4. Don't have to be done there yet.
And already the most earned runs that Rhett Lauder has given up on the season. Don't stop now.
We've seen this team really be able to put up big innings. Just a couple of weeks ago, they had that 10-run inning against Washington. Reds in first place, but they're in the bottom half in the league in runs per game and runs allowed per game. Already 1 walk in this inning for Lauder. That's the sound off the Pirates bats.
And 25 pitches too. I wouldn't be surprised if Horwitz reaches to see some action down in that bullpen.
Ozuna will advance to 3rd. Now 2 outs. Here's Connor Griffin. Those numbers keep coming up. Really all started on his 20th birthday. He just had to get out of his teens. So he's played 8 games as a 20-year-old, hit .345, a couple of home runs. Toward the gap. Griffin's going to bring home another one. 5-run first. There's that belly flop double. Connor Griffin.
You want to talk about an answer back? These Buccos have done so in a big way in the bottom of the first right here. A slider out over the plate. And we've seen Connor Griffin, when he's timed up with these pitches away from him, he has just hammered them.
The Pirates are going to bat around here in this first inning. Griffin with RBI 15. And last night's hitting stalwart, Henry Davis. Third double for Griffin. We're in the first inning. It's 5-2. Davis hit his first 2 home runs of the year yesterday. Now look at our Levin Furniture and Mattress strike zone. Just enough right there. But it's good to see that all that work he'd been doing in batting practice paying off. That's hard hit, but they played the line and nothing gets past Ke'Bryan Hayes. Pirates bat around in the first and score 5. The Pirates showing how it's done. The UPMC scoreboard and Pirates baseball presented by UPMC, the official healthcare provider of sports coverage on SNP. All those guys knocking in runs with hits in the first inning. 5-run outburst answering the 2 runs scored by the Reds. And so now Cincinnati bats in this inning down 3. That's got to be stunning.
That's exactly what you want to do. I mean, scoring any runs after a 1 or 2 or 3 run inning is a good answer, but 5, that gives you some confidence when you get back on that mound. If you're calling Mlodzinski.
So Will Benson, and there goes the home run streak. Over after 76 innings, one of the longest streaks in recent Pirates history. Will Benson with his 2nd of the year. That's an astonishing figure for Mlodzinski, who had not allowed a home run since July before the All-Star break last year.
Yeah, really impressive. This obviously a pitch he wishes to have back where it ends up. Again, middle end to a lefty. Out over the plate is usually going to get hit hard. And Benson with some pop. And it's starting to feel like this might be a roller coaster type game, Joe.
What gives you that impression? And Stevenson with a deep drive. Right off the wall. He might try for 3. Nope, put on the brakes. Well, that's 4 extra base hits for the Reds already. They're first 8 batters here against Mlodzinski.
It looked for a second like O'Neill Cruz might have had this lined up. And then for a second, he may have thought that this was going to go out.
It's not carrying all that well today, as I say that right after a home run was hit, but the Reds hit a couple in that first inning that one or both, maybe on a neutral day, might go out. Hayes does not have a sac bunt this year. Hitting at 125. Nobody out. Makes quick work of Hayes. 1 out.
Starts middle in and just takes off the plate. Good slider from Mlodzinski.
And that strikeout presented by Coppers, protecting what matters, preserving the future.
Friedel seen 5 pitches, 4 splits. Good idea what Carmen Majinski's going to try to do to him today.
Friedel can really bunt. He's always been able to do that. It advances the runner and he's safe.
Yeah, this was a good one. Not much you can do here. As you said, TJ Friedel runs so well. That is a perfect bunt. And I never loved the idea of bunting with 1 out and a guy in scoring position, because if you don't get a good one down and you got a guy on, you got a guy on third base now with 2 outs, it's a whole lot different. But you lay down a good one right there, now you got something rolling with 2, 3, 4 waiting in the wings.
Yeah, the whole idea is to get that guy to third with less than 2 outs.
Right.
So you have to be safe. And he was. Usually when you're bunting, you're trying to give yourself up. But not maybe Friedel. That's the one guy in this lineup that can do that.
Well, the split looks good. Another one that just the bottom falls out of. You're tempted to just keep throwing it, Joe, but you also have to keep these guys honest with the fastball.
One and 2 on Blade.
Oh, really good stop right there by Henry. Watch where this thing lands. Backhand, no chance to block it with the chest protector.
Blocking's harder than ever with catchers on a knee like that. He's able to do it. How about a strikeout? So a couple of strikeouts in the inning for Majinski. Just high enough to tempt him.
Stayed right there on that edge too.
A dangerous hitter at the plate with 2 on for the Reds. Another run in. De La Cruz came into the game today 0 for 6 with 4 strikeouts against Majinski, but that doubled the first time right down the right field line. Gonzalez hanging around third. I don't know if Friedel would try to take off here or not. Stevenson not much of a chance to advance. Maybe that's what's holding him. Or the fact that the hitter can drive him in.
Yeah, well, you got that hole open too at first base. It's probably what's keeping Friedel there.
Well, 3-1 on Ellie De La Cruz. Griffin stationed up the middle. And a walk will load the bases.
Well, he's faced 5 lefties in this lineup. Here's the pitch arsenal. Look at the split usage. Seems to me he's got a lot better feel right now than that 4-seamer sinker. He did throw 1 good sweeper for a strikeout to Brian Hayes. Now he's got his hands full right here with Sal Stewart.
Being warned from Willie Traynor. Majinski with 6 swings and misses on that splitter alone so far. And he got Stewart to strike out. baseball's co-RBI leader, but hitless in his last 11. Ball one.
Well, this is feeling like an important at bat right here.
Swung through it, 1-2.
Got Stewart striking out in the first inning on a split. Let's see if he goes back to it. That's a nice take.
Nowhere to put him. Stewart with 29 RBIs, tied for the most in baseball. And Majinski strikes him out.
The month of May for the Buccos. Manager Don Kelly kind of looked back on the team's first month of the season, saying he loves the way his team competed and bounced back. They have faced some adversity, but said they've handled it well. That being said, he said collectively, he doesn't feel this team has played their best baseball yet. He said he feels that there have been things that have been left on the table, but knowing how hard this game is, there's going to be games where things don't click. What's impressed him most, though, Joe, the way this team, one night, they put things behind them if it doesn't go well. They show up the next day. They work the same. They put in the same effort, and they're prepared. Paul Skeens had kind of described this team right now as still trying to find their mojo, he said. The next 6 months being a part of that process. It's going to be fun to watch.
Oh, it sure is. I mean, going into this season, that's what we were thinking we were going to see, is a team that's competitive and would compete for the postseason. And they don't hand out those spots. You got to go out there and earn it, but you also got to remember, as Hannah pointed out, we're just over a month into the season. But generally speaking, I think you look at the run differential of the Pirates, it's 6th highest in baseball, and the Reds are negative, but it all comes down to wins and losses. So does that even out over time in your estimation in 162?
Well, yeah, I guess it can, but you know, if you look at the stat leaders over the course of the season, I think we kind of had this conversation during the Cardinal series. One or the other, either the pitching statistics across the board or the offensive statistics are typically going to be top 5, right? And you hope that other statistic, whether it's pitching or hitting, is somewhere either top or the top half of the league.
Yeah.
Because when you look at the end of the year, that's what the numbers kind of tell you, because as you say, water finds its level over the course of 6 months. But I agree, this is, you know, we've seen some really good things from this Pirates team. It's easy to get caught up with the 4 games against the Cardinals here at home. But you also tend to forget we've had 3 interdivision road trips that we've taken 2 or 3 in Chicago, Cincinnati, and Milwaukee. That can't be understated.
Yeah, and right before the Cubs went on that 10-game winning streak, the Pirates won those first 2 games of the series and almost had the 3rd. And do guys get better as the year goes on? Think about what Nick Gonzalez has done to get better. O'Neill Cruz is better. They've added players, and then of course Connor Griffin comes on the scene, and I mean he just keeps getting better. At age 20, I mean, think about Cruz's progress this year, and then Lau and O'Hearn and Ozuna added into the mix, and Horwitz was their best hitter in the second half last year, and he hasn't found his footing yet. So
think about the extra guys, the bench guys too. These are, you know, almost everyday type of players. We have, you know, Jared Triolo obviously coming back. Will be interesting to see, like I said in the pregame, how he's going to be deployed by Don Kelly. Jake Mangum, he seems to be a spark plug every time he enters the game.
There's Triolo. Foul ball.
Billy Cook, I know he doesn't get a lot of playing time, but he does his job when he's in there. If it's a defensive replacement in the outfield, or you see Billy right there, or he's, you know,
the keeper of the cone.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, you think about those winning teams late in games. You need those players.
Yep.
The Pirates have, for instance, Nick York going to the minor leagues today. And Donnie Kelly saying, "Oh, that's a starting major league player, but we need him to get some playing time, so he'll go down there."
He is absolutely going to be, called upon heavily as this season goes along. Guys are going to go through ruts. He's going to get opportunities to come back up. Nice at bat by Brandon Lau. But health is obviously another thing that you don't even really like to mention, but your star players especially, they can stay healthy over the course of a season. You give yourself a chance.
Reynolds drawing a walk his first time among the walk leaders in baseball. Yeah, the Pirates, you go down at Indianapolis, there are guys that would be starting for winning teams, but they might have some position depth, and that's what you need. I mean, right now, knock on wood, Pirates have been pretty good in the injury department, but that's going to happen at some point. And then you got guys that, you're not taking that drastic step down in most spots. There's their first ABS challenge today.
Previous pitch was called
ABS powered by T-Mobile. Tyler Stevenson, the Reds catcher,
calls the return. The pitch is a strike.
wins that challenge. It was a strike. So both teams still have their two. Reynolds' home run yesterday was the longest one he's ever hit in this ballpark.
It was a bomb. It was. I know you had the day off yesterday, Joe. It hit probably a third of the way up that batter's eye. And with the conditions the way they were, it was 40 degrees out yesterday for most of the game.
That's usually not good hitting weather, right?
No. No.
There's his fourth. But he's been productive too. 21 RBIs. There's the shrubs. You got to go behind that, and then there's the batter's eye. 443 feet. The only longer home run he's hit in the major leagues was at Coors Field.
Let's see if Brandon Lau gets put on the move right here with 1 out and a 3-2 count. Nope.
Reynolds with his second walk today. Did a lot of running and trotting yesterday. A home run. Here it is.
In his first 2 at bats, he hits this long solo home run, and then he comes up a couple innings later, slashes this one in the right center field gap for a triple. We were on cycle watch after that. He got the 2 hardest ones out of the way.
And I've been impressed too because of all the hitters that he's got around him now. If he doesn't get anything good to hit, he'll take his walk.
Yeah.
He's got 28 walks now, among the most in baseball. On base percentage right around 400. Same could be said for Ryan O'Hearn. And both are run producers too. Such a deep lineup now as the Reds already getting active. Connor Phillips.
Louder, just at 50 pitches now. Big swing of the bat could force Francona to go to the pen.
Well, the hits have been mostly hard hit, and he's walked 3. And O'Hearn will walk. And now he's walked 3 in a row. Some days you just don't have it. The Pirates have made him pay. So the bases full of buccos. Let's take a look at StatCast, powered by Google Cloud, and these were the Pirates' hits in their 5-run first inning. Look at the location.
A couple right in the heart of the plate. A couple. Pirates expanded a little bit with good results, and it looks like this might do it for them.
It's the stall tactic, and the Pirates quieting louder. He's gone. Connor Phillips coming in. Cincinnati with a pitching change in the second inning. Pirates baseball on SMP is presented by AHN, official medical provider of your Pittsburgh Pirates, and by Barrel Automotive, driven to be better. The annual Kids Marathon here on the North Shore, right outside PNC Park, taking place this morning.
Connor Phillips is going to try to keep this game where it's at. 17th game for him. 17 2/3, just over a 2 ERA. About 1 home run opponent average. That's got good stuff.
Well, the Pirates have been mixing it up here today. They're doing some walking and they're doing some running. And maybe Gonzalez can do some trotting. As you mentioned, no home runs, but that's not really been his style as a big league hitter. Gap to gap was his high school license plate.
Like that.
Best version of himself right now. We're seeing it. First round pick. So the previous pitcher walked 3 in a row. And Phillips has come on and fallen 3 balls and no strikes on Gonzalez. Nowhere to put him. They haven't put a ball in play yet. They'll add a run.
Make that 4 walks in a row by these Reds pitchers. We'll take them.
Boy, it's probably not easy to just sit there when you got the bases loaded, especially a guy like Gonzalez. He wants to knock him in, but if you don't get a pitch to hit, right? I mean, then there's a virtue to that.
Absolutely. You're looking, until you get to 2 strikes, you're looking for something that you can really drive. Not necessarily a situation where you're just trying to put the ball in play for fear of a potential double play. And the same situation for Ozuna in his last at bat. Get something up in the zone if you can. Use the big part of the field.
Ozuna ripped a double his first time up. Brent Lauder threw more balls than strikes today. Walked 4. Sweeper ran off the plate. It's about a 50-50 guess with Phillips. Fastball or that sweeper.
That'd be correct. Four-seam against the righties about 30%, sweeper 70%. Four-seam against the lefties 60%, sweeper 37%, and a little bit of curveball.
Missed with the fastball. Could they walk 5 in a row?
Yes,
another walk.
They sure can, and they did. Really good at bats this inning, not expanding the zone by these Pirates. That pitch stays a strike for a long, long time.
And he saw that one that he swung through and said, oh, I see the shape now, and able to lay off it. This is Derek Johnson's second mound visit in as many innings. And this is a relentless offense in the first inning. The Pirates hitting their way all over the place against Rhett Lauder, knocking him out of the game after an inning and a third. How do you spell relief? Oh, gnawing on an antacid in that Reds dugout right now. Don't blame him one bit.
Still responsible for one more batter, one more base runner. Rhino Hurst. His stat line is not completely done yet.
Each team has scored in each of their half innings. Pirates can really blow this open too. He can't throw a strike. He's only thrown 2 strikes.
Wow.
And he's trying to throw 2 strikes on 1 pitch right there.
Incredible.
The 2 pitchers have thrown 25 balls and 9 strikes in this inning. And the base is still loaded. Oh my. Oh my. 6 straight walks by Reds pitchers. 2 different Reds pitchers. You pull the pitcher who walked 3 in a row, and the reliever walks 3 in a row.
And that's going to close the book on Lauder. He's going to be responsible for all 8 of those runs.
Here's Connor Griffin. Wanted to see a strike. Who can blame him? 6 straight walks. Pirates have not put a ball in play this inning. They've scored 3 runs. Griffin walked with the bases loaded yesterday. Pirates have built an 8-3 lead in the 2nd inning.
Oh, wow.
Almost another freebie.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Similar to yesterday, you'd love to see the Pirates be able to get deep in this bullpen, as you see Sam Moll, who was in yesterday's game, especially with a day game tomorrow.
On the breaking ball. Foul ball. Just in front of it. That would have been something.
We had a bad vantage point, so we couldn't see if this ball, how close this landed. Nope.
Within a yardstick for sure.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Griffin with an RBI double last inning. He's the number 8 hitter. He's batting for a 2nd time today. We're in the 2nd. Three and 2 on Griffin. He was down 2 strikes.
That's incredible. Phillips he's yanked almost every single fastball to the glove side. He may force Terry Francona to make another move after this. He's good.
Another walk. I've never seen it 7 in a row.
Incredible.
I've seen 6, but I've never seen 7. I don't think. That's. And what could you do if you're Terry Francona? He's come in and walked 4 guys out of the bullpen after your starter just walked 3 in a row.
Truly, truly remarkable.
Neil, I didn't know you were a songwriter. How many have they walked in a row? One for each cone. Just about. 7 straight walks by the Reds, 9-3 Pirates. Have you ever seen 7 straight walks?
I have not. Never. Never.
Maybe in the minor leagues somewhere, but I mean, I can't imagine this happen very often in the major leagues. Sam Maul is next.
15th game for him. We saw him last night.
You're almost happier if he gives up a grand slam if you're the Reds.
Yeah.
Just don't. I mean, he just missed it. He's like, wait a minute, I just threw ball 1. More than half the Pirates hitters have had a 3-ball count today. And 8 of the first 17 have walked. Davis is batting for a second time. He's the number 9 hitter. It's the 2nd inning, and there's 1 out. Might be 2. Oh, they're going to love Sam Maul. He beat it out. Davis beat out the back end. That would give him a run batted in, and the Pirates their 10th run of the game. Just hit high enough.
Yep. Yeah, the height of the bounce was enough for Henry Davis. Just narrowly beat this out.
7 of the 9 Pirates already have an RBI today. The 2 that don't have scored runs. We're in the 2nd inning. Cruz is batting for a 3rd time today.
Yes, you heard that correctly.
Pirates batted around in the 1st.
Julio Cruz on pace for 9 at-bats today.
He'd love that. Facing a lefty.
What do you think the most amount of at-bats in a 9-inning game?
Oh, 9-inning game.
Can't be more than 6 or 7, right? 7, maybe?
Maybe. That seems like a lot. 7. The Pirates will go for that today. There's only one time that they can find where 7 straight walks happen. It was the 1983 Braves walked 7 times against the Pirates in a May game. I hope Bob Walk was in Richmond at the time.
Or Hawaii.
That's the last time that involved the Pirates. Davis running on the pitch. Cruz thrown out. Batting for a 3rd time today. Pirates have scored 5 in the 1st, 5 in the 2nd, and they're winning big. 10-3 Buccos. So we'll go to the 3rd inning. What do we have in store? It's 10-3 Pirates on the UPMC scoreboard. Pirates baseball brought to you by UPMC, the official healthcare provider of sports coverage on S&P. Neil, you pointed out Majinski wears 5-0, 5 runs on no hits in that inning for the Pirates.
I mean, just remarkable. No errors, no sacrifice flies, no hit batters, 7 walks. 7 in a row.
In a row.
Just when you think you've seen it all. There were 51 pitches thrown in that inning by the Reds as well.
They've already used 3 pitchers. This was not a bullpen game. And Majinski's given up runs in each of his first 2 innings and has a 7-run lead with which to work.
Well, the most important thing right now for Majinski with a 7-run lead, even though it's early, is fill up the strike zone. Fill it up. If you're going to give up a solo homer here or there or a double here and there, go. No big deal.
How about a strikeout? Strikes out low to start the Reds' third.
And another strikeout on a split finger fastball. One rattle around Henry's glove, but he's able to hang on.
Been getting a ton of swing and miss on that splitter today. 5 strikeouts for Majinski. Right there on our Levin Furniture and Mattress strike zone. Ooh, very close. Both teams have 5 hits. 6 strikeouts for Majinski.
3 strikeouts in a row. After surrendering 2 runs in the first and a solo home run in the second, 4 of the last 5 batters have been sat down via the strikeout.
Well, the boys backing him up today, and Carmen's looking good here in the third. But his homerless streak came to an end, a very long homerless streak, when Will Benson hit one into the seats in right. 76 innings without a home run. That was Majinski's streak. The only one longer for a Pirate in the last 30 years was Mark Melancon. 86 inning streak in 13 and 14.
Wow.
And you were there to see it. He was about as automatic as it gets, huh?
Just nasty. Weak contact, broken bats. Rarely saw balls get hit on the barrel against Mark.
Well, behind 3-0 on Benson. He doesn't want to walk anybody after what he just saw.
Wow.
He strikes out the side. 7 strikeouts for Majinski. And he and the Bucks are rolling up 10-3. Partnering with Crisis Text Line to increase mental health awareness. The line is free, 24/7, confidential support in English and Spanish. Text MLB to 741-741. Pirates have batted around in each of the first 2 innings. Crazily, 5 runs on no hits last inning. No errors. No sac flies, you're pointing out. No hit batters.
I'm speechless.
All walks.
But you know, there was a full moon last night, so.
Oh, there you have it.
That means anything?
So we're what, waning gibbous or whatever. All right, if you know about the moon and the lunar schedule, send us a text. Neil, can I give your number out over there?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sam Maul came in and settled things down after 2 different Reds pitchers walked 7 consecutive Pirates batters. They scored 5 in the first, 5 in the second. They hadn't had 5 in the first and second innings both since they did so in a game back in '92 against the Mets. And guess what Maul was about to do? A 4-pitch walk to start the 3rd inning. You can't do that. Full count. What are we looking at here in pitches? Let's see. I mean, they're almost what, 85? Just doing a quick quick add up here.
Total?
86. 86 pitches now the Reds have thrown. They have 6 outs.
So,
and they play again tomorrow, these two teams.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing 7-8 total pitchers today, especially with a 135 game tomorrow.
Pirates were down 2-0 in this game before they batted. They hit their way to the 5 runs in the first, and they walked their way to the 5 in the second.
And stop me if you've heard this before. Go on, finish my sentence.
Let's check in with Hannah first.
Joe, you guys were talking about Brian Reynolds' home run last night earlier in this game. Well, when I had asked him about his opinions on it, he said it felt good, especially in an 0-2 count. But he had admitted to me it was so long. He wanted to be disrespectful with his celebration, but he decided to be respectful. If you remember, he was kind of trash-talking Spencer Horwitz's celebration from his home run against the Washington Nationals, calling it respectfully disrespectful. I asked him, well, when you hit a homer, what allows you to be able to do that? When do you get to be respectfully disrespectful? He said, you've really got to pull one today, if that's what it's gonna be. You got to pull it with some authority. So center field, he didn't feel like it was the right time. It was too long before he hit a home run last time. So if he hits one again today, maybe be on the lookout for that.
We'll be looking out for it. Yeah, that's really fun. The interplay between all the different guys. The guys that have been around maybe with the Pirates for a little while, new to the team, hitters, pitchers, everybody has fun with each other. I don't know how clubhouse chemistry is created, but when it is, you know it. That's going to get through.
Ryan Reynolds, 3rd time on base, 2 walks. 1 in the first, 1 in the second. Now a C&I single through the right side from him. Bucco's just, whoa, he's keeping the pressure on.
So 2 on and nobody out for Maul. Hearn, RBI double and a walk. Up to 316 now. What's in the water today with these Reds pitchers?
Incredible. Every single, all 3 guys.
You know they're trying to throw strikes.
Of course. And all 3 of them, when you dig through the numbers, I'm looking to see, you know, where any of these guys have significantly high walk rates or their end zone percentage low, and they're not. So just like a strange confluence of events.
Foul ball. Another 3-ball count. Pirates have walked 9 times today. We're in the 3rd inning. The greatest walk total by Pirates hitters that I can find is 15 in a game during World War II. That was a 9-inning game, believe it or not. And a strikeout for the first out of the inning. Nick Gonzalez has driven in a run both times he's batted today, but neither time with a hit. We're getting a break there. Willie Trainer's been so used to saying ball, I guess. Shattered bat, base hit. Benson really charging that ball. Lau held on Gonzalez's first hit today.
Yeah, nice. Another hit with a runner in scoring position for Nick Gonzalez. Will Benson was playing him a little shallower in right field and was able to get to this ball pretty quickly before Lau could make a good turn to get home. As you see, he's got the ball even before Lau steps on third base. A good hold right there by Tony Beasley.
The sun has come out. Ozuna has an RBI each time he's batted today. Now Reynolds and Gonzalez aboard for the Bucks. Ozuna sitting on career home run 299 after homering yesterday.
Sam Maul, he's about to throw his 30th pitch after pitching in yesterday's game. Still no action in the Reds bullpen.
Still only one out. The Reds have got 7 outs in this game. They've walked 9, given up 10 runs. The Reds, don't forget, are in first place. Moved into a tie today. They entered this series 10-3 on the road.
20-12 overall, is that correct? Yeah, 20-12.
Coming into today, yeah.
Cubs, they won their contest this afternoon in Chicago 2-0 against the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Which started at the same time as this one.
That is not true.
I just love the Pirates' approach here too, because it's easy to get, okay, I'm going to get aggressive, and
yep.
If you're not seeing strikes, what are you going to do?
Very easy to throw at bats away in this type of situation.
I would think Horwitz, for instance, he doesn't see many lefties. This is an opportunity for him here. He's facing a third different pitcher already, as was Ozuna and Gonzalez. The Reds have thrown 107 pitches to get 8 outs. They've walked 9. And might put up their first 0 in an inning, unless Horwitz has got something in store. He had an RBI last inning. Hit a grand slam last year against the Tigers. The Reds have thrown more balls than strikes today. Usually you want to have about a 2-to-1 ratio, strikes to balls. On the line toward the corner, Blade was played that way. Blade was right up along that line, so if he did hit that in play, he was going to probably have a chance for it. But a souvenir.
Just runs out of room in that tight corners on that left field and right field line. And there is a monstrous hole in left center field. If you see how close he's playing to the line.
Yeah, they don't have 4 outfielders out there. Yeah, that's a chasm right there. If Horwitz can get the pitch to exploit it. Inside sweeper. The Maul came on after 7 in a row had walked last inning. He's thrown 30 pitches in this inning.
One of note too, Carmen Mlodzinski between all 3 innings has just been sitting down in the dugout. Not sure where he is, probably staying warm down in the tunnel, but you know, a lot of these pitchers aren't used to, oh, there he is. A lot of these pitchers aren't used to having 15-minute innings or half innings.
Oh, maybe more. He threw the first pitch of the game an hour and 24 minutes ago. And he's only pitched 3 innings. In the air for Hayes. And so the Pirates leave him loaded, but they're up big. 10-3 Pirates. Toyota Rav 4th inning.
It's only the 4th inning?
Yeah, half an hour ago, Carmen Mlodzinski struck out the side. Pirates didn't score in that last inning. The Reds still required 32 pitches to get through that inning. Some great grinded out at bats. I mean, they're putting on a clinic on how to play baseball. If you don't get a strike, take your walk. And if you do, hammer it. I've seen both. Mlodzinski has struck out 7 Reds through the first 3 innings. So if you said he's going to give up 2 in the first, remember he's been really good, especially that first time through the order, and he's going to allow a home run, which he hadn't done since early July. You say, oh no. Nope. Up by 7. And really is starting to button things down. He struck out 5 of the last 6 hitters. Wow, he struck out 5 in a row. 8 strikeouts for Mlodzinski.
This was a good sweeper slider right here. Oh, that's a split. Had just slider action on it. Sometimes that split will cut on guys every once in a while.
So he's tied a career high with those 8 strikeouts. Just 1 out in the 4th. Brian Hayes, one of the strikeout victims today for Mlodzinski. And you pointed out too, I mean, the Pirates at the bat, 5-run first, 5-run second, and then even a long third despite not scoring. Pitchers are not used to those long breaks in between innings. Maybe once, but you don't see a team do that again and again.
Right.
Nine strikeouts for Mlodzinski, a new career high.
Second time through the order, only 2 guys haven't struck out. That was TJ Frito and Ellie De La Cruz. Everybody else swinging at wind.
He has struck out 6 straight. And Cruz coming on. Skeens has the Pirates record 7 in a row, and that has ended. It's time for our Penn West University educating you, and the Pirates in that second inning. 7 straight batters reached via the walk. And it's only the 3rd time since 1901 that that has happened in a game. The Braves did it against the Pirates in 1983. And the White Sox did it against the Senators in 1909. 7 straight batters walking in an inning. So when you and I have said, well, I don't think we've ever seen it, almost nobody's ever seen it.
Yeah.
And thanks to Elias for that one.
Well, Brock Burke, he's coming to the game, 16th game, got a .63 ERA, 17 strikeouts in 14 1/3. And if the Reds were trying to take the rowdy fans out of this game, they've done a fine job of that. Because nothing. Split them.
Going to the gap. It's going to make it to the notch. Griffin for 3. Yes.
And the hits keep coming. Boy, I'd love to watch him run, Joe. Again, another fastball out over the plate that he extends on. And he knew it right out of the box. You see him cooking. Knows it's extra bases. And then you get in that notch. If you got above average speed, you got a good chance of standing on third, and that's exactly what happens.
No matter who the Reds have put in there today, the Pirates have hit them. Second triple for Griffin. Brock Burke, the latest Reds pitcher, their 4th already today. And hook slide.
That's a baseball card photo right there.
Oh yeah, I would love that one. Henry with the 2 home runs yesterday has already knocked in a run today. Drove in 3 yesterday for the first time in his career. Reds have the infield up in a 7-run game in the 4th. They can't fall behind any farther, even at this stage of the game. Davis caught looking with the man at third, 1 out.
Only 2 lefties out of the Cincinnati Reds pen. The second one of the day, so they're going to be all righties after this. Again, you don't mind it if you're the Pirates seeing as many arms out of that bullpen as you can today, assuming you're going to find a way to win this game.
Did you find an advantage when you saw a reliever a second time in the series as a batter?
Yes. Yeah. And the relievers, if you could see them as much as possible, that was huge. Because typically, as opposed to starters, most relievers are 2-pitch guys. Maybe sneaks it through.
Another RBI for Cruz.
That familiarity is really important, especially when you get into big situations. It's a high leverage lefty, so it's not a high leverage situation, but you're still seeing his stuff.
Eight different Pirates with a run batted in today, and we're in the 4th inning. And he might bat with a man on, or maybe multiple men on coming up. Cruz with RBI 27. He's among the leaders. Lau drove in a run in the first. The only Pirate to not drive in a run yet is Reynolds, who has walked twice and singled. And he's been on base every time. So if Reynolds can knock one in, every Pirate in the lineup would have at least 1 RBI, and we're in the 4th inning of this game.
Reds haven't thrown a lot of strikes and we've scored runs, and when they have thrown strikes, we've made them pay as well. You love what you're seeing these last 2 days from this Pirates offense. So far, a nice bounce back series after those tough 4 games against St. Louis.
And we told you about the 7 straight walks. Well, yeah, that afforded them 5 runs without the aid of a hit in an inning. No errors in the inning. That hadn't happened in baseball in 32 years for any teams. Have an inning like that. So some charity, sure, still mixed with the patience. But then the rest of this, I mean, they're hitting their way on too. Hard to score 11 runs without hitting one out too. Pirates trailing in the home run column today, 1-0 against with Majinski pitching, of course, who hadn't allowed a home run since July. Another walk. That's their 10th today. Tomorrow afternoon, this series finale, and it'll end up being a doubleheader. 1:35 game tomorrow. Kids 14 and younger take home a Pirates-themed comic book on Superhero Day. That's tomorrow afternoon. Come on out, get your tickets at Pirates.com. It's supposed to warm up a little bit more tomorrow. No rain chance. It'll be a good day for baseball tomorrow. Come on out if you're not already with us today. So Reynolds is the only Pirate to not drive in a run yet. He's got 2 on here. And all he's done today is get on base 3 times and score 2 runs. Pirates trying to add on to an 11-3 lead. Changed up on him. Foul ball.
Well, there's a good chance Terry Francona is not going to let Burke throw more than 30 pitches, I would imagine. It's one of his higher leverage lefties out of the bullpen.
And Maul threw 40 pitches after pitching the day prior. Reynolds, base hit. Cruz is in. Every Pirate has an RBI, and it's the 4th inning. What a game.
And the extra base hits continue to come for Bryan Reynolds. He had 2 yesterday. He had 2 on Thursday. Now he's got another double here on Saturday.
What a day for the Bucks bats. Building off the strong performance yesterday. And Reynolds with his first extra base hit today. If he has another one, that's multiple extra base hits in 3 straight games. The last to do that was Dave Parker in his 78 MVP season. We'll keep an eye on that. Pirates just keep adding to the superlatives. Up 12 to 3.
Burke came into this game with a .63 ERA. Now that's already up to 1.84. You wonder if some of the bullpen guys, when that phone rings, says, not available.
The last time every Pirate starter got an RBI in a game was before we were around, 1975. In the game against the Cubs. Got to thank Jessica Brand with Sport Radar.
O'Hearn trying for more. Does it reach the seats? Oh, just off the wall. 2 more are in for the Pirates off the bat of Ryan O'Hearn, who's knocked in 3 today.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
This is the most complete offensive performance I've seen in a long, long time.
When I thought last night was up there for offensive performances this season, and they've carried it into today with no problem. Ryan O'Hearn misses a home run by about 4 feet. Nonetheless, 2 runs in.
Now Nick Gonzalez batting for a 4th time today. This is the 4th inning, and he's the number 5 hitter. The Pirates have put up 14 runs in the first 4 innings. That game in 1975 where each of the starters had an RBI, that was when they beat the Cubs that day 22-0 in front of less than 5,000 at Wrigley. More than half 100 years ago. Look at that. Everybody with an RBI for the Pirates before the 4th inning ends. And poor Carmen Mlodzinski on this chilly day.
Another one. Just sitting down there.
He's happy, though. He's got a career high 9 strikeouts and counting. Burke gets the 2nd out of the inning after the last 4 have reached. Yeah, Mlodzinski 9 strikeouts, by the way.
Doing some calisthenics.
Just stay warm. Can you guys just make it out? He doesn't care. He's from South Carolina. Well, you're supposed to say that with northern states.
Yeah, he's probably pretty cold.
Okay.
Let's be honest. He's in
As the hitter. Yeah, I got to keep the fingers warm, right? He had struck out 6 in a row at one point, one shy of the Pirates' record that Skeen set at Wrigley a couple of years ago. The 7 in a row struck out. 14-3 Pirates in the 4th inning. Fourth Reds pitcher Brock Burke. He's thrown 32 pitches in this inning. The Reds have thrown at least that many in every inning today. I mean, that's usually, you consider that a really taxing inning. This is the 8th batter to come up this inning for the Pirates. 7 last inning, 10 the inning before, 9 the inning before that.
And 33 pitches right here, like I said, from Brock Burke. You wonder when the plug's going to be called on him, and if he were to be available tomorrow.
The Reds entered today tied for first. They've thrown 147 pitches in this game, and we know that that's how guys are, you know, that how many outs you got. No. How many pitches did you throw? That's what they're looking at for usage. Everybody is going to be out of gas. Ozuna comes through. He'll have his 2nd hit of the day. This is such a complete offense. They haven't even hit a home run yet today.
Yep.
Incredible.
Just really good at bats up and down the lineup. Taking your walks. Spitting on tough pitches to get back in hitters' counts.
I mean, it's easy probably to just mail in an at bat, and we have not seen that. Pirates bat around for a third time.
It's incredible.
Johnny Kelly's got to be happy. He won't smirk until after the game's over, I'm sure. Horwitz looking for hit number 1. He does have an RBI. And this is coming up on 40 pitches. That's usually that warning sign for a pitcher. How about Horwitz? He's going to knock in O'Hearn, his second RBI today. This Pirates offense is relentless. 15-3 in the 4th.
You get an RBI. You get an RBI. You get an RBI. The boys came to swing it today, Joe. Everybody pitch it in.
So Horwitz, 2 RBIs today. This is the number 8 hitter in the lineup. He's batting for a 4th time. It's the 4th inning. Griffin just underneath it. He started the inning with a triple. He'll fly out to end the inning. Pirates send 10 more to the plate, and they're up 15-3. Spencer Horwitz knocking in one of the runs in another 5-run inning for the Pirates, and having some fun when he goes back to the dugout. If you know Spencer, not a guy to tout himself, so this is where I'm the best of all time.
Channeling his WWF inner monologue.
Keeping it loose. One of the most one-sided Pirates games in some time. Up a dozen as we start the 5th inning. And Mlodzinski somehow with 9 strikeouts, despite literally between every inning he's had to sit.
What do you think it's been? 15 to 18 minutes between every single inning?
At least each inning. Some of these feel like 25-30 minutes, but I'm not really sure. But it's been a long time.
Well, and it is interesting when you're in, when you're in the dugout in between long innings. Whether it's, sometimes it's really hot. You might be in St. Louis in August, and you're trying to stay cool down underneath the dugout, or a day like today that's pretty cold. Some pitchers literally just like to sit in a temperature-controlled area and not move until there's 2 outs and possibly the inning ending. You see more guys nowadays, like we see Mlodzinski in the dugout, just kind of pacing, keeping moving, especially after these long innings. But I don't think there's really a rhyme or reason. Some guys, prefer to try to stop sweating. Some guys prefer to keep moving if it's cold. Everybody has kind of their own preference. I mean, Ashcraft, his last time was first time I noticed he's on the top step with 2 outs.
Now, how do you control the aggression? It just depends.
Oh, folks, it looks like Bubba Chandler shaved his mustache.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Breaking news.
Stop the press. Come on, turn this way. I want to see it.
Let's see it, Bubba. Looking fresh. Left that up, and Bleday with the Reds' first hit since the 2nd inning. Leadoff man on for Cincinnati in the 5th. And now a message from Levin Furniture and Mattress.
Nobody sells Lazy Boy for less than Levin.
And that's fun for Bleday, who grew up in Titusville, went trout fishing, Oil Creek, one of his favorite activities, came to the ballpark many times. And there you go, 23-year-old looks 23. Mlodzinski with those 9 strikeouts, that's a career high. Once had 10 in the minor leagues in one game. And you got to think about it, as much as the offense is the story, so to speak, today. Carmen's coming off of a couple of outings that were bumpy, and even this one way back when didn't start off smoothly, but he has really rebounded. And you got to figure that, you know, if it had gone off the tracks, well, now you start to feel like it's a trend, but he's able to reverse ship mid-game, make those adjustments. He's got his 10th strikeout. 10 strikeouts for Mlodzinski. What a day.
How good is this pitch right here? Front door.
Oh, wow.
Right on the edge. Even if this were to be challenged, which I thought De La Cruz might have done, would have been a strike.
I think he made no bigger pitch, talking about Mlodzinski, the last time he faced Sal Stewart.
Yep. I thought the same thing. Bases loaded, 2 outs.
It was a 5-3 Pirates lead at the time. Facing baseball's RBI co-leader. In fact, Stewart is 2 of the 10 strikeouts today for Mlodzinski. 9 homers, 29 RBIs. Best on a team in the clutch, and he struck him out back in that second inning. There's an out there. Let's take a look at our Toyota driving force of the game, Mlodzinski, with 10 strikeouts this afternoon.
And hopefully still counting. He's at 77 pitches so far, but boy, has he looked good after that shaky first inning, as you mentioned, Joe. He's gotten ahead, done exactly what you want a pitcher to do when they get a hefty lead.
Got a base hit by Lowe. That will bring in the leadoff double.
And still, you can live with this. This is not where he wants this pitch, obviously. You just don't want anything to get compounded with errors or hit batters or walks, and then feel like you have to center cut some balls, and all of a sudden a 3-run homer here, a 2-run double there. Stay the course, kid.
He's gotten steer both times today. Don and Daisy Townsend celebrating their 56th wedding anniversary today. They came to the game today to celebrate, and the Pirates certainly obliging them. Happy anniversary. Graham Ashcraft will be next. So the Reds are going to use their 5th pitcher of the day with the 5th inning coming up. The Pirates scoring 5 runs in the first, 5 runs in the second, 5 more in the 4th inning, supporting Mlodzinski. They hadn't had a game like that since they played the Reds in 1912, where they had 3 different 5-run innings in the same game. Griffin, good effort.
Very good effort. Look how far he goes to just get to this ball. And if you're average to above average runner, you're going to be safe 9 times out of 10 on this ball.
Look on a AHN Super Mode. Just beat it out. And all the while, Benson has the only home run in this game, which interrupted the 76-inning homerless streak by Majinski. It was the longest going in baseball and the longest by a Pirate in more than a decade. Reds get a run. Pirates lead by 11.
Welcome back. The Pirates with a big 15-4 lead, and last night Henry Davis a big part of their big win with 2 home runs. He said that swing felt good, but especially on the one he hit to center field just to stay through it. He said he feels like he's hit that ball 50 times to the shortstop this year, so much better. The tweaks he made ahead of that, he said he's been trying to just find something in the game to have a small thought or cue that will keep his bat to center field, because it's felt good during work, and yesterday was encouraging overall. But Neil, I'm curious, you know, as a batter at the plate, can you feel those cues sometime? Because he felt so much better in that first at bat.
Yeah, you definitely can, and he's right. You know, there's times where you're hitting balls and they're top spin into the pull side, and that's not what you want. You want to square balls up or backspin them a little bit, and that's what we're starting to see. Is better contact points, and usually that has a lot to do with just relaxing a little bit more and not being so tense. A lot of times when you're swinging at baseballs as opposed to through baseballs, that's when you get those topspin balls to the pull side, if that makes sense.
And he squares this one up right there.
Yep.
And so much of what Davis was doing was pulling the ball earlier.
Graham Ashcraft into the game, 16th game for him, 15 innings, 1.2 ERA. Another higher leverage guy these Reds deploy on a nightly basis.
It just activated from the bereavement list today. Matt McClain will take over at short. Ellie De La Cruz had played every inning this year at shortstop. 251 consecutive games, so they'll get him off his feet for the remainder of this one. Cruz is in his 5th at bat. I mean, that's already a good day. We're almost halfway through the game.
5th at bat and the 5th inning. That is incredible. Holy smokes.
Pirates didn't score in the 3rd inning, where they still sent 7 to the plate. Mercifully, a strikeout. Here's how the Pirates hit the ball so far today.
Yeah, no, this isn't an entire game, by the way. This is through 4 innings, all the hits. They've been everywhere. And then you add in all the walks. There's been an incredible amount of traffic for these Reds pitchers.
Pirates hitters have walked 10 times in the first 4 innings, including at one point 7 batters in a row walked against 2 different pitchers in the 2nd inning. Only the 3rd known instance in baseball history, at least since 1901. Go back that far. And Ashcraft trying to retire the side in order. Every Reds pitcher has walked at least 1 today. Carmen Majinski with 10 strikeouts.
What's he going to do with all his time down there?
There's another walk. 4th straight inning that Lau's walked. Speaking of walking, how about, boy, this is the greatest segue of all time, right? That the family walk coming up, the 5th annual Pirates Charities Family Walk. Registration now open. The event is Saturday, May 30th, and all proceeds will continue to help provide critical mental health resources to our kids in our community through the AHN Chill Mobile program, and you can register at pirates.com/familywalk. Pirates batting around in 3 of the first 4 innings today. Sport Radar has records back more than 100 years. It's never happened prior to today. Let's take a look at ABS, powered by T-Mobile. Is he applauding himself with the bat there? Is that what it?
Little applaud, little pine tar.
Reynolds knocked in a run with the double last inning, and that completed the cycle 1 through 9 for the Pirates of every batter with an RBI in the first 4 innings. Chris Davinsky getting up. So might spell the end for Majinski, who has struck out 10. And is working with an 11-run lead. Still looks like he's active, staying loose. And Reynolds down on strikes. Pirates draw another walk. 15-4 Pirates. Here he comes.
Welcome back. Connor Griffin certainly has a lot of fans across the league, especially here in Pittsburgh. And today he got to meet 2 young fans, his newest fans. Now, why are they fans of him? Their names are actually Connor and Griffin. Their video introducing the story behind their fandom was posted on social media by their mother, Cassidy. And so today they got to meet Connor before the game, also got to be the play ball kids and hold the pierogi line. They took their job for play ball very seriously as well, Joe. They practiced this week at a baseball field to make sure they were ready for the moment. They couldn't be cuter, and Connor was so honored to have them here today. He loved their video, and his mom, Connor Griffin's mom, even put out on social media saying the best news of the day, getting to see that he actually got to meet those 2 young brothers.
That's really neat. He's been so good, talking about this Connor Griffin, with kids, with fans. You see him signing autographs before almost every game. And I'm not surprised that he spent some time with those 2 youngsters. That's a neat thing. Pirates are doing a good job. Their players involving fans and making everybody have a good time. And how can you not if you're in attendance today?
Yeah, nobody more engaging than Connor Griffin. He's a potential superstar in the making. We're lucky to have him.
Yeah, great representative for the Pirates. Now, how about this? They bring Majinski back out. He was at 86 pitches. And they say, you know what? We got you going for at least into the 6th here today. Go ahead. And he's said, yeah, I'll go ahead and try to strike out an 11th batter.
We'll take that too.
Nothing wrong with some weak contact.
Well, and at least for this start, as he's facing the last hitter the 3rd time through the order, he's exercised those demons per se. Not going to have to answer questions about going through the 3rd time through the order on this date.
Yeah, that had been kind of a theme from last year, and then early this year it kind of went away. We saw that pop up again. And what we're talking about is, the 2nd time that you face the hitters, they have more success. The 3rd time you face them, they have more success. So he's going 3 times through today. And he'd done that so seldom this year. The 3rd time through, they were hitting 500 off him. 2nd time through, they were hitting 341. 1st time through, almost not even an extra base hit. Today it was kind of the inverse. A rough start, but then really buttoned things up nicely. 2-0 fastball to Hayes, swings through it. Majinski has struck him out twice today. Another weak ground ball. So 3 times through the order for Majinski. And he's going to face a hitter for a 4th time. Cruz made a nice play to get Friedel in the 4th. He's got 10 strikeouts today. Mlodzinski previously had a career high of 8 strikeouts that he did in his first start of the season.
Well, this is the only batter he hasn't struck out today. Let's see if he can get him. Most likely, maybe not his last hitter, but most likely his last inning at minimum. Love to see him reach back right here and hit him with 96 at the top of the zone.
See if he can get them all today. Oh, that close. I wonder if he knows that he's gotten everybody else. In the throes of a game, hard to keep track of all that, I'm sure. Let's see if he can strike them all out.
Oh, nipped him.
And that won't happen now. Hit by pitch.
And here comes Don Kelly. Looks like. And that's going to be it for Carmen, most likely.
He's going to go 5 2/3. 10 strikeouts. Got to feel really good about that. Yeah, he deserves that. Good outing for Carmen today.
Good outing for Carmen. Know he wanted to finish that 6th inning, but had 100 pitches, sat around a lot in between innings. Nonetheless, leaving in a good spot.
Welcome back, Carmen Mlodzinski, a phenomenal 5 2/3, 10 strikeouts. Deserved that standing ovation today, but now it was time to call on Uncle Ski out of the bullpen. That's what he calls it, Chris Stavinsky. He told me that that's what they've been calling him all spring. You know, Stavinsky saying he knows he's no spring chicken anymore, so the guy's always heckling him about that, but he actually loves that name. He told me with a huge smile, he said his sister's actually expecting a baby in June, so he's going to be a real Uncle Ski. And Joe, some news of my own. I'm an Aunt Hannah from my niece Sophia, but my brother Luke had a baby last night, Ella, so now another addition. And my brother Brock and his girlfriend Karis are expecting a baby. We just found out now they're expecting a baby boy. So a lot of Aunt Hannah to be excited about along with Uncle Ski as well.
Oh, congratulations to them and to you. Well, that's fantastic. Uncle Ski. Nephew pitched great today. I'm really encouraged. I mean, the way that he rebounded. You know, the Pirates need Mlodzinski to be an effective part of the starting rotation. I think he's bounced right back today.
Very much so.
J.J. Bleday homering at PNC Park. Doubled last inning. He's had some featured games against the Pirates through the years, of course, growing up, coming here.
Hanging breaking ball. Like I say over and over again, especially with 2 strikes, something soft that ends up on the plate and down and into a lefty usually gets hit pretty hard. But they just get that far, 4 or 5 rows deep.
One of those runs will be assessed to Mlodzinski. But the Pirates still up by 9 in the 6th. J.J. Bleday with a home run. Reds within 15-6. But Bleday growing up at Titusville, and you guys have had some interactions through the years.
Yeah, I got to meet J.J. when I was playing with the Marlins in 2019. He was a first-round pick. And he's telling me right there, I grew up watching you guys, the 12 through 15 Pirates,
There's Derek Jeter in the background.
Watching batting practice, being really impressed with him. Such a nice young man. Went to Vanderbilt, had an incredible college career. He's changed teams a few times. Got a couple changes.
Reese Hines now in the game. He'll go to right field, and they'll get Friedel off his feet as Benson goes to center.
Jose Franco going to enter this game. Six game for him, 10 2/3, just under a 6 ERA. That'll be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th pitcher of the day. These Redlegs.
So that interaction, he wasn't your teammate, right? He was just signed at that point. Talking about Blade.
He came to the ballpark to sign his contract, his first professional contract. He got to hang out and take batting practice. And would have been a nicer young man.
Did I read that you met each other on an airplane or something like that at one point?
Yeah, way back when he was even younger.
Oh, so he was a youth at that time.
I believe so.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't remember the interaction.
But he would remember it,
Yeah.
and he probably told you.
Yes. Yeah.
That you guys saw each other. And that's pretty neat that the cross paths through the years.
I hope he finds a steady home in Cincinnati. He's a good player, still very young.
Yeah, he was playing in Sacramento last year. Here, Jose Franco trying to be the first Red pitcher to not walk anybody today. And O'Hearn strikes out looking. New Brighton zone right there. Terry Francona, the manager of the Reds. And it's time to stack the deck, presented by Baseball Card Castle in Cranberry. And our cards today are the Francona father-son duo right there. And a lot of times they call Terry Francona Tino now, but that was his dad's name. Former batting champion Tito Francona. And then one of the good managers around for the last 2-3 decades in baseball, of course, Terry Francona. So
awesome.
It's chilly today. But yeah, there are their cards. That's 82 Fleer.
Uniforms,
yeah.
Those.
Viva Montreal.
Cool.
There we go. Yeah. What's that? 67? No, 69. That's a 69 card. Oh, they probably already told us that.
Awesome.
I was trying to quiz myself. It's something I already had the answer to. All right, thanks. How do they find this stuff?
Yeah. Right.
Our camera operators are so good.
So good.
All right, find an Expos hat. Go. 3 seconds. Boom. There's one. Great. Of course.
They got eyes everywhere.
How's someone have an Expos hat? They haven't been around in 20 years. Gonzalez with his 13th multi-hit game, tied for the most in the league. Pirates with 5 in the first, 5 in the second, 5 in the fourth. And doing so in different ways. One inning, they didn't have a hit and scored 5 runs. The Reds walked 7 consecutive Pirates batters. Every Pirate has driven in at least 1 run today. That would happen by the 4th inning. Horwitz, a bases loaded walk and a run scoring single. So the Pirates have drawn 11 walks and have 14 hits.
Well, it's gotten to the point where I'd love to see guys in the top part of the order get 7 at bats. I'm sorry, but a little selfish to say.
Well, if Horwitz, Griffin, and Davis get on, Cruz would bat for a 6th time by the 6th inning.
Ooh.
He batted 5 times in the first 5 innings. Here's a challenge coming up.
Pitch is called the ball. The catcher's challenging.
ABS presented by T-Mobile. Tyler
Ball's
Stevenson.
overturned. The pitch is a strike.
Pop up to key Brian Hayes, plenty familiar with this ballpark. No walks. Pirates baseball on SNP is presented by UPMC, the official healthcare provider of sports coverage on SNP. And Jake Mangum will now take over in left, Billy Cook in right. Get Reynolds and O'Hearn off their feet. Davinsky and Sal Stewart.
I didn't see what happened before this, Joe. It looked like there was some sort of timeout called, or I don't think Davinsky was very happy about it.
Well, the 22-year-old rookie and the 35-year-old veteran having some words, and now the umpires will converge. There was a fastball whistling inside.
Good chance at minimum warnings are going to be established to both sides.
Stewart stepping out. Davinsky pitching for the Astros. And those World Series teams in the previous decade. Been around the game a long time.
Well, things like this aren't totally uncommon between these two rivals.
Oh boy, yeah.
I can remember.
And how?
I can remember in 13, 14, 15. I think one of those years, I think I almost led the league in hit by pitches, and it looks like Davinsky's going to be ejected from this game. Surprised there's not a warning, to be honest with you. But it's umpire's discretion in these situations.
If they think it's intentional, then they can eject the player. And the 4 umpires converging. Alan Porter's the crew chief. He and Jim Wolf are talking over there. Both have, especially Jim Wolf, been around a long time. Porter right there is the crew chief. And so Davinsky ejected after throwing that ball inside on Sal Stewart. Donnie Kelly getting an explanation, and now he's got a warm-up pitcher. Fans voicing their displeasure. And Davinsky only threw 6 pitches. They're both in there, but can't start the inning yet. Now Willie Traynor, the plate umpire, is in there. And then it looks like, okay, so he steps out. And they have to reset the clock. And maybe showing the rookie, hey, don't do that. I mean, that's the way that baseball was played a while ago.
Batted an eye 10 years ago, you know.
And not stumping for one way or the other, just saying that that's the way it was. And Davinsky played during those times. And Stewart, who debuted late last season, probably isn't used to that. So it's going to be Johan Ramirez to pick up for Davinsky, who has been ejected from this game. 15-6 in a wild one here at PNC Park. (15-6) Pirates. They have gotten Chris Davinsky has been ejected from this game after, in the umpire's discretion, throwing in the direction of Sal Stewart intentionally. And so they met for a good while to discuss a course of action, and Alan Porter says the pitcher is ejected. Come on.
You think that's ever happened to Nolan Ryan?
Different time. But Ramirez will get all the time he needs to be ready. He was not warming. And so this Pirates pitching change is presented by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Johan, 15th game for him, 19 2/3, 1.83 ERA, along with 22 strikeouts.
So he'll get all the time he needs, and whatever happens in this at bat will be charged to Ramirez on a 1-0 count. Davinsky done after 2 batters. So how can you avoid the 3-batter rule? Get ejected. Alan Porter, the crew chief, coming over and telling the Reds manager, Terry Francona.
Yeah, good chance he's probably telling them, you guys drill somebody, you guys going to get run.
Yeah, don't keep this going. Pirates have not had a pitcher ejected in a game in more than 2 years. It was Aroldis Chapman at Citi Field, who coincidentally wore number 54 for Cincinnati. That's kind of weird, just as we said his name. The Amir Garrett skirmish always comes to mind here in this ballpark when it's the Pirates and the Reds. Ran toward the Pirates dugout. 2019. On a day like this too, early April day, it feels like early April right now. Stewart trying to hit his way onto Billy Cooks right there. Baseball justice in the fans' estimation here. Let's check in with Hannah.
Joe, you were just talking about those fans. Well, I asked Chris Negron, who used to play for the Reds, his memory of coming to Pittsburgh, and he said when he was playing third base, he remembers getting absolutely buried by this fan base. He laughed and said, and rightfully so, they were passionate about this team, but he said it's so funny looking back on it from the other side, just how passionate these Pirates fans are about winning. But man, he certainly remembered. That's hilarious that was the thing he remembered most about coming here to Pittsburgh, was just getting annihilated by these fans.
Now, you played here both sides, home and as a visitor. What do you remember?
I mean, I love these fans. They're incredible. They're so passionate. You know, when other teams would come to play, especially when this ballpark is packed and rowdy, this is a tough place to play. And I even heard Anthony Rizzo say very similar things when he was with the Cubs. They asked him, what was one of the toughest places to play? And you think he would say Philly, New York, Boston. He said Pittsburgh, especially the years that we had so many good battles. So this is a terrific fan base. They were nice to me when I came back as a road player, though, which was very nice.
And growing up here, yeah, you've got to do that. Unless you hit a game-winning home run,
yeah.
Then you'd never hear the end of it. Yeah, it's black and gold all the way. So Johan has come in and settled things down. Carmen Majinski started this game and struck out a career high 10 Reds. And of course, the Pirates hitters, all 9 starters driving in at least 1 run by the 4th inning. Deep center. How about Cruz tracking that down? Over the shoulder.
Hood and all. Terrific over the shoulder catch. And Johan loves it.
– 15-6. The Pirates have the lead. And catcher Jose Trevino will pitch again.
And yes, you're reading that right. He did pitch in last night's game. And he has an ephus and a knuckleball.
All right, give us a scouting report.
And he faced Connor Griffin last night, by the way. I think he grounded out.
Base hit. That's a 3-hit day for Griffin. Homer shy of the cycle.
Well, he might be a little bit sore from last night's appearance, so he's taking a little bit off the fastball. See if he can fold these hitters a little bit. Oh, nice block.
You don't often see that, right? A position player pitch 2 days in a row. Usually they give him a day off.
I will say I had 1 pitching appearance in my career, and when you're not used to throwing, downhill and stopping like you would as an infielder or even an outfielder, I kid you not, my shoulder and my legs hurt so bad for about 5 days after that.
So I wonder if there's some credence to what you're saying, though. I mean, like going back there again.
Well, you got to put a little bit of effort out. I mean, he's basically trying to play catch out here. In most instances, you want to see you want to see what kind of number you might be able to get up on the radar gun. Not Davis does not want to get
into a double play, and the second time he's avoided that today. And you can stream Pirates games at home or on the go with S&P 360. Just go to getsnp360.com or scan the QR code, and you can log in with your provider and get direct access to live games, plus all the Pittsburgh sports content you love.
This is the matchup that I wanted right here.
Trevino versus Cruz. Ball 1.
That was actually in the strike zone, too.
Goes in at 37, comes out at 137. They put some rules in about position players pitching, so this qualifies. I don't see too many balls hit 60 miles per hour harder than they're pitched. But Trevino was effective last night. And Triolo coming off the injured list, and this gets him an at bat against a catcher. I'd argue that Lau needs an at bat. He walked the last 4 times he's come up.
Statue of Liberty for Brandon Lau today. He's going to give way to Jared Triolo, his first at bat off the injured list.
Now Triolo has pitched for the Pirates, but I can't remember any Pirates pitching in back-to-back days. Back to Benson. Trevino pitching just slowly enough to get through the inning scoreless.
Welcome back. Earlier today, Jared Jones was back at PNC Park and threw a bullpen session to continue his rehab. Last Wednesday in Bradenton, he started his first rehab outing. He told me after 3 perfect innings that he tossed that he felt great and actually was less sore than he thought he would be the next day. He hit 100 miles per hour or more 8 times during that start and said you could say he was a little juiced up for that day. Next up is a start for him in Indianapolis, then back to PNC possibly for another pen before he heads out for some more rehab. But he's been having a ton of fun down here in the dugout with the guys, Joe, and even had some fun yesterday with Paul Skeens throwing some sunflower seeds at him during that Apple TV interview.
Good effort for Mangum. Yeah, great to see Jared Jones back pitching again. Remember, had to come out of that spring training game in Fort Myers last year, underwent surgery, and he's going to be fun to watch when he gets back into the black and gold again.
It's certainly going to be helpful as you see this ball hit softly out to left field, and Mangum, if he can't get to it, nobody's going to get to it. Great effort.
Remember, Triolo pinch hit last inning, so he'll stay in the game, play third, and that'll move Gonzalez over to second. Lau is out after his 1 at bat today. 5 plate appearances. A swing and bunt by the Reds catcher, the one that's not pitching. I think Johan doing a good job there, not throwing that ball. He's done that a few times this year on bang bang plays. Pirates today, 15 runs, have not hit a home run. Haven't done that in a game since 1981. Trade 2 outs for the run. Key Brian Hayes grounds into the double play. He's 0 for 4 today.
And keep attacking that strike zone. This is a good pitch in a double play situation, right on the inner edge to the righty. That 2-seam. Easy 4-6-3.
So it's 15-7. Majinski struck out a career best 10. Davinsky was ejected for what was deemed an intentional pitch in the direction of Sal Stewart. And then Ramirez pitching for him. Reds have used 6 real pitchers in the first 6 innings, and then as soon as they could go with Trevino, they can. There's Sal Stewart. And Ramirez with a strikeout. Pirates coming right back up to bat. Time for the North Star Chevrolet Buick and GMC Star of the Game. How about O'Neill Cruz, Brandon Lau, Brian Reynolds, Ryan O'Hearn, Nick Gonzalez, Marcell Ozuna, Spencer Horwitz, Connor Griffin, Henry Davis. All the Pirates starters in the lineup today with an RBI by the 4th inning.
And we could keep going.
We could.
And we may keep going here. Jake Mangum's in the game.
Trevino in his 2nd inning of relief. The Reds catcher hits Mangum after Davinsky was ejected earlier for hitting Sal Stewart. But now, does that look the same?
A little bit different.
That's a fun fact for those of you at home. A ball that bounces still can be a hit by pitch. Poor Mangum, he just wanted to swing the bat today. Billy Cook with a base hit. I didn't mention you, Billy. I'm sorry, you're also part of our North Star of the Game. You too, Mangum. Everybody. Triolo. Baczynski, 10 strikeouts. New career high. Trevino is a Reds catcher. He's pitching for the second straight day, and if he completes this 8th inning, he'll pitch more innings than any other Red today. The starter, Lauder, went 1 1/3. Sam Maul pitched an inning and 2/3 of relief. Connor Phillips walked all 4 batters he faced. Foul ball. Hitting for a 3rd hit today. Soto needs some work.
And amazingly, there's still 2 guys that we haven't seen between yesterday and today in that Reds bullpen, Emilio Pagan and Tony Santillan.
Look at 2. Gonzalez entering that at bat, 2nd in the National League in batting average, behind the scintillating Ildemaro Vargas, the one-time Pirate, who's hitting .388 with Arizona at the moment. Everybody's way behind him.
If there's not a more stark reminder of how difficult hitting is, it's I mean,
that's
a catcher is potentially about to throw 2 scoreless innings in a 15-7 game at the major league level.
Brock Burke gave up 5 in 1 inning.
And he had a .63 coming into today's game.
And Burke had allowed 1 earned run all year. Pitching for the 2nd straight day as well. Ozuna.
Oh.
Finds grass.
Oh, they had the scouting report wrong.
Safe.
Oh boy, when it rains it pours for the Cincinnati Reds. It's fun to be on this side of it.
So a 3rd RBI for Ozuna today. Takes the extra base. Yeah, with 2 outs, get in a scoring position. And that really has impressed me today, though. These batters have approached it like it's a 0-0 game every time they've come up today.
You're not wrong, Joe. You're not wrong.
They're facing, you know, when a position player comes in, I don't care if it's the Pirates or another team, it's a clown show. You know, I mean, it really is. I mean, look at that. But they've approached it seriously. Horwitz gives it a ride. Get off that wall. This is fun.
Oh, buddy.
3 RBIs today for Horwitz. I mean, Trevino's just trying to help out his club, but I mean, you see a ball come in like this, they're not used to hitting something like that.
It goes to show you how hard it is to get a ball that slow to go out of the ballpark, too. How many fly balls have we seen in these last 2 innings and last night from Trevino when he's been on the mound?
Griffin with a base hit. Well, he ripped that ball. Came in at 40.
Well, now they got him timed up.
That's a 4-hit day for Connor Griffin. 2 of them have come off the position player.
Yeah, he was on. He was on cycle watch right there, Joe. If that one found the seats, he would have had a cycle. He had a double in the 1st, a triple in the 4th, and then 2 singles now off of the catcher.
Davis trying to wait on it, but he sped him up with that 46 fastball. 2 more for the Bucks. All Pittsburgh today.
Against the Reds tomorrow here at PNC Park. Braxton Ashcraft gets the start against Chase Burns of the Red. There's Braxton. And our coverage here on Sportsnet Pittsburgh begins at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. The Pirates will be going for a sweep.
Gregory Soto, 16th game for him. Going to get a little work right here. 14 2/3, 1.84 ERA.
Connor Griffin with 4 hits today, the second youngest Pirate ever to do that, at least in the modern era. Dale Coogan in 1950 in game 2 of a doubleheader. Was a teenager at the time, had 4 hits. That's the first of about 10,000 things we saw today that we never thought we'd seen before. Thanks again to our statisticians at Sport Radar. They have been fantastic today. Just and I can't name them all because there have been dozens, I think, to help support us today. Thank you. Pass along fun facts to everybody. Griffin hauls it in. Yeah, Griffin 2 hits off of Trevino, the Reds catcher, who also pitched yesterday. Pirates earlier in this game drew.
You'll take him in any form or fashion, Joe. I can
Yeah.
tell you that.
There was a time where they drew 7 consecutive walks in an inning. Pirates 17 runs today. They didn't hit a home run.
It's pretty remarkable. Although, didn't they do the same thing last homestand when they scored 17 runs? Or 16?
I think that was 16, right?
And they didn't hit a home run in that game, I don't think so. I could be wrong.
You're creating controversy now.
Yep. Sorry. Not supposed to do this.
No, I claimed that it had been since 1981. Maybe so.
It's got to be wrong. I got to be wrong. I'm always wrong.
Bill Murphy, the pitching coach with Donnie Kelly there. Struck him out.
Well, if you came out to the ballpark and you like offense, you enjoyed a very eventful game.
They're going Sal Stewart because Chris Davinsky was ejected for throwing a pitch inside on him. Deemed intentional by the umpires after converging. And Sal Stewart's long 0 for will continue. He's 0 for 5 today, 0 for his last 15. The Pirates beat up on the Reds again. How about they have won 4 out of 5 this season against the Reds, and they win by 10 today. A 17-7 drubbing of the Reds by your Pirates.
Just a terrific day all around. I thought Carl Majinski's stat line doesn't look quite as good as how he pitched. 5 2/3, 8 hits, 5 runs with the 10 strikeouts. And the Pirates batting around 3 times today. That's always going to be a recipe for success. Connor Griffin 4 hits. We could go on and on and on. But nonetheless, got an opportunity for a sweep against a division foe. And I'm sure these boys are going to hope these bats stay hot into tomorrow's 135 game.
Yeah, into a game like this, it's always awesome in the true sense of the word because you just don't see a lot of performances like this. But probably most importantly, they've won the first 2 games of this series against the Reds, a team that they're now chasing in the division and winning some more important NL Central games here early in the season.
Very much so. It seems like this is a good matchup for the Pirates. To your point, it's still early, but it's been good. You're going to have taken 2 series from the Cincinnati Reds in the early going.
Pirates win it 17-7 over Cincinnati. They've had their catcher pitch in each of the first 2 games of the series. The Reds have. That's how well the Pirates have batted. 26 runs in the 2 games for the Bucks at the bat. And let's check in with Hannah Mears in the player of the game.
Thanks, Joe. Ryan, every Pirate in this starting lineup had an RBI by the 4th inning tonight. When you look at what you guys were able to do last night and then somehow topped it tonight, what impressed you most about this offensive performance?
Yeah, I mean, I think just quality of bats up and down the lineup. I know it got out of hand there at the end, but, really proud of the offense for the way that, we competed. And it's fun to win like that. And, but we got to lock it in and try to get that sweep tomorrow. 7
straight walks in that 2nd inning. Were you just as impressed with the patience at the plate that inning as you were with the hits in the 1st?
Yeah, that's got to be a record. Just getting on base any way possible. Walks, hits, whatever it takes. Our guys know what they're doing up there, so proud of the offense.
Carmen Majinski, after his shaky first, though, bounces back a career-high 10 strikeouts for him. A huge pitch tonight with the bases loaded. How impressed were you with the way he responded?
I think what impressed me the most was just after a long inning, of us on offense coming back out and getting right back in the strike zone, because that's not easy, sitting around and waiting to go back out there and pitch, and then he gets a chance to go back out and he's throwing strikes, kind of keeps us, off the field and back in the dugout, and a chance to go score some more runs. So I thought Carmen was great tonight.
Ryan, this team has set the bar really high the last 2 nights. How do you guys top it in a series finale tomorrow?
On to the next. We want to sweep them. We're happy with the series win, but we're going for the sweep. Take every day as a fresh day, and we want to finish the homestand strong.
Ryan, I appreciate you. Thank you. Congratulations on the big win. You heard him, Pirates fans. Joe, maybe the Brooms tomorrow? How about it?
Yeah, that's the most important thing, is winning, no matter how you do it. But when you score 17 runs without the aid of a home run for the first time in 96 years, among many other superlatives, it's worth noting. And so that's the way the Pirates win today. And they will be poised for a sweep with a victory tomorrow. But we invite you to stay tuned tonight, as Pirates Extra Innings is coming your way next, and a lot to dissect in their Pirates 10-run win today. They beat the Reds 17-7 in Game 2 of the series. And on behalf of the entire crew, Joe Block signing off from PNC Park in a big Pirates win here today.